Okay, this video is of a music box spring barrel that has to be made basically from scratch because the teeth are badly damaged. This spring barrel will drive the steel pinion, and both of these items, the arbors with their gears, are set up in the depth tool that I have, and the whole device, the depth tool and assembly, is in my optical comparator. That's why the bright light, it's shooting through the engagement point of the two gears here, and it's magnifying it 20 times on the screen up here. But now I've got to put this camera in the tripod so that I can continue without tripping over the cord. At least I'll try to not trip over the cord, to demonstrate what I've discovered with this spring barrel that has to be remade. This spring barrel is the brass on the right, the steel pinion on the left, and the teeth are very badly worn. There are pockets worn into them and perhaps even bent them, but that's, I don't know. I could not find one good tooth anywhere on that circumference to use as a template to grind a cutter. So that's why I set up this setup in here, so that, oops, I think I'm going to zoom in on this too while I'm at it. And obviously this is not something that I've planned out very well, but tough. You'll get the idea anyhow. You'll be able to see this whole setup, hopefully. I'm not really, let's see, let me see if I can get a better angle here too, because that screen seems to be a polarizing effect to it, that if you try to view it from an angle, it doesn't view as well. So that's pretty good, I believe. And I've got to walk around a couple of machines in my crowded shop. What I want to show you now is I'm putting tension on the pinion on the right side, I'm on the left side, the steel pinion. And I'm driving that steel pinion with the brass spring barrel on the right with the same action that would happen once it's in the music box. You can see the teeth are engaging way up here. And as the tooth continues to engage that steel pinion, the steel pinion is being driven up into the brass tooth. That's what's referred to as the engaging friction. And it's going to continue to get worse as that pocket gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Now you can see that the teeth aren't even on center line yet, and they're already no longer in contact because this next one is being pushed down, creating again the engaging friction. And that action just keeps on going. But one of the things I noticed here too when I was working with this was if I was to put this pinion on the center line and I was to take this unworn part of the tooth, oops, I just knocked it, and put that on the center line, arg, it's quite touchy when you're talking 20 times magnification. Alright. Oh, yeah, sure. Now if I can get my clumsy fingers out of there. You see, all of this empty pocket should have been filled up with brass. And this spring barrel wants to rotate by itself as soon as I let go of it. Anyhow, if that was there, you'd have a straight line. You'd have the teeth coming together when they're parallel, one above the other. And then the action would be a disengaging action, or in other words a disengaging friction, which is considerably less because you don't have the two pieces one trying to dig in the other. They're actually sliding out of engagement as it's driving it. But this one here, I'll put this tooth on center. If I line up here to here and measure that distance from here to here is only about 104 to maybe 110 thousandths. It varies a little bit. So we're looking at about 52 to 54 thousandths deep on either side. I've left a 32nd of an inch extra material per side on the spring barrel. I have one that's already roughed out, ready to go cutting the teeth, but I've got to figure out what shape cutter I need. So I left it bigger so that I can have a material in here, and now I see it's going to work out to my advantage. I would like to keep this pocket smaller. I don't like to have this thing engaging way out here on the tip of the tooth. If I can put the engagement closer to it by expanding the diameter here, which I already have, the bigger diameter, and then just cut the tooth not quite as deep, I'll have, I believe, a stronger tooth and better action. So you can see this again. Now here's a real beauty. When this one is on the center line, look at the big pocket here. That's all worn in there over the years of use. This well may not have been a cycloidal gear tooth. This may have actually been a involute type tooth or some sort of a specialized tooth for the music box. Don't know. I don't claim to be a music box expert. But here's another example. Look at the pocket. If that had been unworn, you'd have a straight line contact. There we go again. Same thing. Showing you the same thing. And I cannot spin this. That's it. That's as far as I can get here. It's only about a quarter turn, and then I get into teeth that are so badly banged up that they will not mesh at all. But the depth tool here that I showed in the beginning is set at the same center distance as the arbors in the music box. So what I have here is exactly the relationship that the music box gears themselves will have when they're installed. So that's it. That's just to graphically show the detrimental effects of engaging friction. And even though this probably didn't need to take that into account as seriously as it would have been from a timekeeping standpoint, it's still, from a friction standpoint, it still would have been an advantage to have those two gears mesh at a line of centers. Most likely they did originally. This is a very large pinion and a very large spring barrel, so they should have been meshing at that line of centers. That's about all I can think of right now. Have fun. Hope you enjoyed it.